excited for our class today. Okay, maybe I can introduce our speaker today. Okay, so he is a qualified accountant. He used to work as a corporate reporting head in accounting department of local biggest bank in Malaysia. Okay, he strongly believes success isn't a goal or destination, but it's a mindset you take on, okay, to achieve your goal. Okay, today he is able to strike the perfect balance between career and then health through this platform. Okay, so let's welcome our speaker today, Mr. Patrick Chung. Okay, Pat, you can share your slide.
Hello, good evening, everybody. I'm Patrick here. First of all, let me say we give a big round of applause to the MC, Mr. Vijay, for his brief introduction. And of course, also today, before I start this event proper, allow me to share a little bit of myself. I graduated from University Malaya back in 1986. Now, that was the first time when I experienced the recession, and it was quite a difficult time. So how is it related to the current pandemic? Later I'll share with you. But at the university, that was where I realized that many of the students, maybe not only in Malaysia, all over the world, in a way, we are all programmed. We are all programmed in our study to study hard, and then to get good grade, and later to find a job. And from that job, we are also in that way programmed to climb the corporate ladder, to achieve the highest in the company and enjoy a financial freedom. Now, most of us, we have been programmed in such a way to get the financial freedom. And actually, there's no mention of health. Okay. And back last week, I was watching one video, and this video actually was a 100th anniversary of Babson College in US. And they invited a speaker. And when I watched the video, it's very impressive because the speaker was Mr. Akio Toyoda. And because the students were all very anxious and a bit pressure, you know. And Mr. Akio Toyoda mentioned, today, I know many of you will be worried. After graduation, most of you will be worried to look for a job. So in order to relieve your pressure, Mr. Akio Toyoda mentioned that I will employ each and every one of you into my company, Toyota. Mr. Akio Toyoda was actually the third generation of Toyota's family. Now, once he said that, every single one was so relaxed and they were clapping their hands so happy, and they were able to concentrate on his speech. Now, today here itself, I can assure you all, there's a platform that I'm going to share with you that will allow you to have something even better than that. That is to become an entrepreneur. So sit back, relax if you are watching this Zoom meeting, and I promise you, even though I'm given 1 hour to share, within 30 minutes, I'm sure you will get the gist of what I'm trying to share with you. Okay, so before I start again, I would like to take this opportunity to thank my mentor in this business, this platform. And first of all, the couple who have actually guided me in this new platform, this wonderful platform, is none other than Mr. and Mrs. Cookie Hong. I borrow your applause, to be a round of applause to them. And of course, the key person behind this whole program and is our mentor, everybody's mentor, is none other than our Mr. and Mrs. Francis Chia. And I'll go into this, and later there's one mentor, I hope I will remember after that, to thank this mentor who has actually programmed this whole event. Now let me share with you. I will create this PowerPoint. Okay, introduce myself again. I'm Patrick Chung. Okay, everybody knows that there's been a great shutdown which resulted in this global financial crisis. Now remember this, nobody in this world today, and not even anyone, has predicted what is going to happen this time around. And most of us, those who are with my batch, my age group, we all know that we have gone through quite a number of recession, financial crisis, but never have we ever experienced this. And today, I would say that not every single one of us affected by this face negativity. There are many also who are having this opportunity and their business progress. Well, what I'm trying to say is that you know that those in the stock market, these people, a lot of the remisiers, they are doing quite well. And the stock market is booming. And why the stock market is moving? Because I'm not sure you are aware of, but many people are aware of that the glove company, the glove industry, the face mask industry, they are all in high demand. And because of the glove industry, many people are doing quite well in the particular industry. But there are, of course, many other industries who are badly affected, namely the airline industry. Excuse me, let me take. Now, the airline industry, I was with my friend yesterday, especially, we all know the pilot. They are quite badly affected by the situation today because they used to have about 10 flights in a week. But today, some of them having about 2 flights in a month. So it's affecting them. So it doesn't matter whether it affects you or not today. What I'm going to share here is relevant to every single one. We know in Malaysia, this is a report, there are as many as close to 1 million people who has lost their job. And this coming month, next month, will be the month where those people who are under moratorium, they are supposed to pay back. So we do not know what will happen. There might be more people who will be involved who has lost their job. So now I question, are we financially ready to sustain our life once we lose our job? And most of our friends, the business came down. Now this is happening everywhere. So people are looking at how to tackle all these issues. Okay, so it's always now, whether I always say that whether you are doing well or you are not doing well, doesn't matter, because there's always the opportunity. But we must know which opportunity. Today, everybody looking to create extra income. So what are the options available to us? First, many of us will think of starting our own conventional business. Even there are people who is doing one conventional business, they are also thinking of changing it. In what sense? Okay, I noticed there are many people who are doing other business. They start, for example, one of my friends who is doing the handphone in the handphone industry, promoting handphone, shift into and move into promoting face mask. So there are many people changing all this conventional business, even though there are people who are working also come into this conventional business. But we know that the investment capital for conventional business may take you between 20 to 50,000. And that is considered the lowest side of it. But this is the one that many of us are looking into, to own a franchise. Now, I just do some checking. Do you know that to open a franchise for MACD, the overall cost might come out to within 3 to 5 million. Malaysia ringgit, I'm talking about Malaysia ringgit. Here is investment capital of 500 to 1 million. But actually, everything can come out because there are a lot of fees that is involved. But there are still a lot of people, if you given the choice, they will want to open a franchise. And I also noticed that there is also franchise, what you call the cruise planner franchise, where they set everything for you, the training all done for you, paperwork done for you, everything is done for you. There's a whole system. And in fact, many of us are looking into this system. So whatever we need to do today, actually we need to look at the system. And even the cruise planner, I check around, is about 20 to 30,000 just for a small, the franchise. So today, even in MACD, there is one statement that they mentioned that MACD franchise is a sure win business. It's a sure win business because generally you are in, you are making money. But investment of between currently 3 to 5 million. That is beyond many people. So now, as I said earlier, that Mr. Akil Toyoda mentioned about offering a job. We say we are offering each and every one of you here to be an entrepreneur. Now, to be an entrepreneur in this platform, what is so beautiful is that it's just a minimal startup cost. And we have the opportunity to get this exponential passive income. And of course, the earnings will commensurate with work and our effort. Okay, so now let's go on this, what we call the LRP. Now, LRP mentioned here, say that start small. Yes, we start small. When we start small, everybody can start. But we have the opportunity to having big gain. And when you put there low risk, to me, actually, there's no risk. Because with this minimum startup cost of a purely RM1008, which is, if you talk about even a handphone itself, costs you more than that. So, but what is so beautiful is that you enjoy an exclusive products that will be able to kickstart this journey to earn this passive income. So very simple, this whole program. Now, I always believe that we must all have an open mind. Now, I also have noticed saying that the parachute cannot work if it's not open. Our mind must be open. And always remember, we are running on something which is very simple. And sometimes simple doesn't mean it's easy. But it's really simple. What I'm going to introduce to you here, this brand ambassador, the right to operate a chain store, is very simple. All we need to do is 6 people who want to be an entrepreneur with us. With these 6 people, the amount that we're collecting, just a pure, the introduction fee alone, we are collecting something like 900. And for those people who says, I want to collect back the whole investment, you can do it. Go for 12 people. Whatever some people want to go for more, it's up to you. But what is so beautiful about this program is compared to the franchise business. If you are a franchisee, you cannot be a franchisor. You can only open up one. So if people are given the opportunity, say, MACD, to open, and then to become a franchisor, then many people will be even happier, but it won't happen. So today what we have is we are allowed to be the one to operate the chain store and also to promote this chain store. Okay, but one thing we must bear in mind, every single thing that is done in a franchise system, there must be a system and format which is fixed. Now I always say is, those in the McD or KFC, are you allowed to sell satay? You are not allowed, because their system, when they form the system, everything is conducted based on the system. Even the fries that they fries, they put it in, there's a timing. Everything is done on the timing. And everything is done so that it tastes almost the same. But you compare this system as to, I always do the comparison with the person in the side there selling burger. Which one tastes better, the burger in McD or the burger outside? I believe many of us say the burger in the small store might even taste better. But what is so special about this is because of the system that people are looking at. And when there is system, things can get even bigger. So everything works with a system and format. Even building a house, there's always this system, and it's base from base and it move up. So everything must follow a system. So each of us must actually have this mindset that this is simple. This whole program is simple. The program to be successful need to be followed. So introduction, or we call it the referral, we start earning money. Introduce 6 people, we get introduction 907, and every month we get about 30 over ringgit, which is more for the next 6 months. But when we are able to guide, or these 6 people entrepreneur who actually follow what we do and do the same thing, then we will start to get about 273 for the next 6 months. This Malaysian ringgit might look small, but the figures start building up. So if we were to duplicate this, the moment our 6 people start making 3,000 plus, then we will start making 19,000. And when our 6 people start making 19,000, we will start earning close to 120,000. So today, there is this opportunity for us to earn up to USD 1 million. But remember, the system is simple, but we need to follow the system. We need to have an open mind to follow the system. Okay? And then we follow our step. Everything is at a franchise system. We follow that system. So if you see, if it's not a franchise, everybody follows, because they are bound, because they call it the sure win business, they're bound to make money. So this 3-step action plan, 2760. 2 days, become a builder. 7 days, become a pro builder. 60 days, we have this 1636. Now remember this detail, you can contact the person who brought you in, who can actually even elaborate on what is this 2760. Because every one of us work on this system. We call it, we call it the sure win platform. Okay, so to summarize this, as I mentioned earlier, 1 person, you get to earn 900. Then you get to 6 people, you get to earn 36 over for 6 months. And then the income for 36 people, first 6, which is another 6, you get to earn 200 over for the next 6 months. And this one, once it's duplicate, at 3rd level, when our 3rd level, we start to earn 3,000. And when 4th level, start to earn 19,000. It's just a duplication of when our 6 start earning 3,000, we will start earning 19,000 or close to 20,000. When our level, first level, 6 of them start earning 20,000, we start to earn 120,000. It's very simple following this system. So of course, when we hit the 6th level, we hit a very high 7-figure income. So there are many people who are fighters in this program who has actually subscribed to this plan. And of course, there are also people who has qualified They have 6 people with them to qualify for this program. And today, the one I mentioned is just a small portion. It's a lifestyle reward portion. It's just the main portion is the one that I show is earning up to 700,000. But this lifestyle project is just an extension, and you have to maximum up to 25,000. So with this maximum 25,000 in this 6-month program, you can use the extra fund to finance your mortgage, finance your house, or even for a down payment of your car, and some even for your education, for your children's education. Okay, so and then you can even use it now for travel, but obviously now we are not able to travel. Maybe cuti, we call it cuti Malaysia, meaning we travel within Malaysia, and this can be part of this lifestyle reward plan. Okay, so this system and format that I'm going to mention here, now we all must have this mind that is really, really simple. And when I share this, I feel that it's something very simple, and we have to believe that it works. And when we share, when you got to share, then you will realize that it actually works. And obviously, the more we work, the more we earn. Now, before I forget, I would also like to give my gratitude to this couple who has, in the international market, has actually grouped us together, and we are going to perform and to move further in this program. And this couple are none other than Mr. Ng Kam Siang, President Mr. Ng Kam Siang, and President Fion Seng. I hope we can give a big round of applause to them. And of course, not forgetting the staff who has actually worked with us together in this beautiful platform. They are none other than the AVP, Ms. Anna Wong, and of course, manager, Mr. David Quet. And today, they are also staff helping us, Shirley and also Monica. We give a big round of applause to them. Okay, so you share this opportunity with friends and family. And by sharing, I like this business because many people knowing that the accountant, they are only good in doing a lot of calculation. Now, this opportunity is not only for us. I share with my friends. I told them today, if we are not affected by the COVID, the pandemic, there are people that we would like to help who are affected. Now, in what platform can we help them? I always question, are we going to open a factory, open a company and provide them with a job? Obviously not. Then how are we going to help them? Now, we believe, and the sayings go, to help somebody is to teach them how to fish rather than to give them the fish. So I realized that actually this simple platform is the platform that we are able to provide for them. Those people who might need, because of this pandemic and because of this COVID-19 pandemic, that they have lost their job or even their business is a bit shaky, we can offer them with this simple, I would say it's a showing plan. Okay. Now, so we kickstart this journey together with only as low as 1,008, and we can even earn up to 25,000 with this LRP. And then before I end my sharing here, as I promised, it's only going to be a short sharing. I would like to end this when Mr. Akio Hokkaido mentioned in this sharing that all of us, why I say this, because I meet up with my friends and many of them who are reaching, this is for this generation of people who are reaching the age of retirement. Actually, to retire and not doing anything is not something which is easy. It's even more pressure than to continue working. So we have this platform that earlier we mentioned, you can start it part-time, you get to learn all this, you get to be interested, you get to have the passion to do this business. So, who are we? We are armed with 25 years of expertise. Now we look forward to fulfill many key milestones. Today we go digital, we go global. We have grown our global netpreneur network every step of the way, working towards our shared goal to celebrate our future 100 years in the business. With the company, the background is really we are looking at 100 years. Then we are online global business opportunity, taking on the world together. We are almost more than 40 countries we are in. So just take a peek. And this is something quite different. This entrepreneurship is quite different from many outside as a business. We are limited, but this we are not. We are not limited. And today our global HQ, our ELKEN global story, we have been here for 25 years. We are one of the strongest in Malaysia. And we have also invested USD 16 million in our global distribution center. These are all pure green, eco-friendly. And we went there, the design was beautiful. And we are preparing this for global distribution. And not only that, we also have global manufacturing facilities. And of course, this is in Tianjin, China. We are preparing, the platform behind us is preparing everything for us to go global. And remember this, the system is already there. All we need to do is to follow. And we are trusted brand for over 25 years. And what actually quite in particular to me, because after graduated, I worked in one of our audit firm, Deloitte. And these 5 new people developers, Deloitte being one part of it. And they nominated and proven that there are 5 companies in Malaysia that actually focus on who? Focus on the people. It's all on the human resources. And today we are in this platform. The company is focusing. The platform is focused on us to provide us whatever we need to be an entrepreneur. So give me a big round of applause to this platform that has been created here today. And then we are today network marketing with the proven system, the whole system of training us. Why I say this is important, because even in whatever franchise business, there's always a system that everybody got to run through. Even the owner of MACD previously got to go to the university to study how to learn to make burger. Today, we have trained. Each and every one of us have been trained. We come in, we follow the system, we are trained. And as we have been trained, that's where we are earning and we are going to achieve this so-called the passive income. So the company prioritizes personal development and upskill training for all. Complete support and guidance from the company and experienced team leaders. Ready business marketing tools and infrastructure for all of us. Okay, and even Bill Gates, the richest man, one of the richest men in the world, the secret of success in business is in detecting where the world will go and getting there first. If you look at the graph, video gaming, the video gaming industry is about US 43 billion. But the networking, everybody knows that in order to do well, as in life, we need to do a lot of networking. Networking, but this networking business is going to be the biggest with USD close to 200 billion market industry. So we are in this as an entrepreneur in the networking industry. And reap the rewards of ELKEN Global, we have this all-win culture of sharing. And we leverage on the extensive network and resources of an industry leader with proven track records of over 25 years. So embrace the infinite, live it, ELKEN Global. Now, before I end my sharing here, I would like to continue what Mr. Akio Toyoda, I can't remember, Akio Toyoda. Now, at the age of 52, when he was sharing, at the age of 52, he said that each of us got to embrace the change. Every single one of us. Our mindset, even for him, he said, I also have to embrace, because Toyota is relating to cars. He go in to drive and to get the license as a master driver. And of course, to the dismay of his father, because it's very dangerous. But he said, because only when he himself is in there, he can realize how the people can communicate. So today, he always mentioned that we must have integrity, we must have humility, and we must respect. That is his motto. And we have to adapt change. And one thing he mentioned that we got to continue learning. So today, this platform is for all of us to learn. And to learn, to follow the system, and at the end, to achieve what we want in life. To create that passion. Now, as an accountant, if you ask me, you're talking about selling, I personally, I never agree. But if about sharing something good, sharing something that can help your friends, your relative, and even anybody who comes along to be in the whole team. And at the end of the day, it's a win-win scenario for everyone as an entrepreneur in this program. So I hope every one of us will be able to come in with this Zoom meeting. Everybody come in. You come in, you seek the person who introduced you to this Zoom meeting, and you get more detail of what, and you make a decision, and this could be a platform that change our life. So I thank you, and I hope to see every one of you soon. Thank you. So in this sense, now I would like to pass the mic back to the MC, Mr. Vijay, and I hope my sharing is able to enlighten every one of you here, and I hope to see everybody in the best of your health. Thank you.
Okay, so let's give a round of applause to our speaker today. So Mr. Patrick Chung, maybe we can give a virtual round of applause. Okay, so I think we all learned a lot about this power of the franchise business. Am I right? Okay, so we know how big is the potential for this franchise business. Okay, so maybe a lot of people here, so attend invite by your friends. Okay, so maybe you can look for them and ask them more about how we can do well about this LRP program, so with our franchise system. Okay, so I think so we're going to end our session today. So see you all again on our next Zoom meeting. Okay, so see you again. Okay, bye.